Howdy folks, welcome to Brain Runners. We got a huge surprise teaser for the Book of Boba Fett, the newest Star Wars show coming to Disney+. The Book of Boba Fett was actually made by the same guys who tackled The Mandalorian, and in fact today I'll be explaining why this show will be learning from The Mandalorian's mistakes and has way better potential for more cameos and bigger things than the Luke Skywalker Season 2 of Mandalorian surprise. Let me explain. For starters, I will say that I love The Mandalorian, but the show did have its flaws, and I'm gonna say it. We all hated or disliked the whole aspect of constant side quests. Some were cool and most were not. So it seems like the Book of Boba Fett will already be learning from that mistake by following a more linear pattern with one story exclusively transcending over its episodes, which is Boba Fett and Fennec both trying to take over Jaba's former territory and head up the underworld by cleaning house. It's one story to follow with one goal in mind, not to mention the fact that The Mandalorian took us to a new planet in every single episode, whereas the Book of Boba Fett seems to be taking place exclusively on the fan favorite of Tatooine, which, since everyone knows Tatooine, the series can simply just focus on introducing new characters instead of doing so much world building. Can we talk about the potential for this series as well? I mean, Boba Fett is a character who has lived through some things ever since his childhood, and you could say there's a lot there still unresolved. I'm talking about Mace Windu. Now, there is no Star Wars canon saying that he made it out alive after Revenge of the Sith. So picture a similar scene from Star Wars Rebels where Obi-Wan and Darth Maul face off one final time, but this time it's between Mace and Boba Fett. Boba wanting revenge for the death of his father. Both scenes would take place on Tatooine as well, so there's that too. And you could say that Boba right now is a redeemed character and wouldn't fall back on vengeance, but I disagree. He was very quick to kill Bib Fortuna, who represents everyone who left Boba to die in the Sarlacc pit, so if Mace Windu were to show up, I think Boba would try to promptly get revenge on Mace. Hey, you made this far, you might as well subscribe if you're new, as well as hitting that bell for notifications so you don't miss another video just like this one. Now I know what you're thinking, kill Mace Windu? What? Why would you do that? Listen, relax. We have the technology now to explore any kind of age of character, and Star Wars is all about telling stories through the years. Seriously, Star Wars is known for prequels and sequels in both shows and movies, all telling stories around the original story. So there is plenty of opportunity to explore Mace's survival story, which is something that we all want to see, but for Boba's story, settling that score between him and Mace is inevitable, and that's a showdown I would rather see sooner rather than later, and what better opportunity than this show? I mean, last year, The Mandalorian got to do Luke Skywalker. I want that same jaw-dropping cameo moment for this show. Also, speaking of potential cameos like Mace, can we also talk about other bounty hunters from Boba's past potentially making cameo appearances? Can you imagine that dynamic? I mean, Boba Fett's first line of dialogue in this trailer is, "I am not a bounty hunter," meaning if his bounty hunter friends from the past, like Embo or like Bosk, who was close to Boba, imagine what they find out, like when they find out that Boba doesn't want to be a bounty hunter anymore, or better yet, what if Boba gets a bounty put on his head from these guys that Boba angers in the trailer, and Bosk or Embo or even a legion of bounty hunters comes after Boba as a result? It would look a lot like a battle from the one in episode 3 of The Mandalorian season 1, where all those bounty hunters are trying to kill Mando. Point is, there would be a lot of history there and a lot of tide-turning action that could result in the death of Bosk or Fennec. Kind of have it like a Boba is the last one standing. That would be awesome. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. What do you think is the potential for this Book of Boba Fett show? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the comments.